Welcome to Newswatch 12 at 6. I'm Nate Myhock. The Rhinelander Northwoods Quilters is a group that does just what you think they would. They make quilts. It sounds easy enough, but it turns out quilting is quite a long and difficult process. An average size quilt can take up to a couple of months, and that's if you're working diligently. Luckily, this group has the support of one another to make sure it happens.
We have a great group here in the Northwoods, but worldwide, I mean, there are just, and they're all the same type of people that really come together. And when you're together, everybody is usually in a really good mood and really happy.
The quilters say it's not the finished product that they enjoy the most, but for them, it's about the process and the friendships that they make along the way.
The creative process just kind of gives you joy. It makes you look outside yourself and see what's going on out in nature, out in the world.
Sometimes the quilters gift their creations, other times they send them off to charity. For one Rhinelander Northwoods quilter member, you can see her piece on display at the Rhinelander Library. Well, Jeff, it was feeling pretty warm out there, not really like early February.
Yeah, we did it. We had temperatures slightly above freezing for a couple of hours today, but then a cold front came through, and we are just cooling off right now. But look at these highs today, 33 in Rhinelander, 33 also for Antigo, 42 though for Wapaka. Earlier today, that was then, this is now. We're at 17 in Rhinelander, 19 for Merrill, 20 in Wausau, and we are going downhill from here. We'll have low temperatures tonight down near 4 below zero, but there's also a gusty west wind. So the wind with the temperatures near zero will give us feel-like temperatures near 25 degrees below zero, back in familiar territory by tomorrow morning. There are a couple of flurries out there now across parts of central Wisconsin. Most of us, though, will be partly cloudy skies tonight. We're just missing a big system across parts of the Illinois area and the parts of Michigan, but they can have that. We will have lots of cold air tonight into tomorrow as well. Our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. There could be a flurry or two, but just cold, low temperatures down near 4 below. Your full forecast is coming up, Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. It's a critical situation in the U.S. today, as now more than ever, people are dying from drug overdoses. Research was recently done on deaths related to drugs within the country's youth, and that study suggests that our current treatment options for adults may not work for kids. Mandy Gaither reports.
The unintentional drug overdose epidemic continues to sweep across the U.S. Up until now, researchers say much of the focus has been on adults battling addiction.
The problem of drug overdose amongst adolescents and young people has been overlooked.
That's the motivation behind this study published in JAMA Pediatrics. Researchers wanted to understand the impact of unintentional overdoses on young people.
So we counted years of life lost, which is just the number of years adolescents and young people would have had they had full lives.
Study co-author Dr. Trent Hall with Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center says the results were shocking. Looking at CDC unintentional overdose data from 2015 through 2019, the study says those between the ages of 10 and 19 have lost about 200,000 years of life. If the data is expanded to include people up to 24 years of age, there was a loss of about 1.25 million years of life.
We really need to do something about this. It's clear that there's a mortality crisis amongst adolescents and young people in the U.S. due to overdose.
But Hall says many of the health interventions aimed at adults may be inadequate for younger Americans. That's why he says parents and teachers need to know the signs of substance use, talk about the risks, and consider getting a Narcan kit, which can help save a life if there's an overdose. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
With Supreme Court Justice Stephen Breyer stepping down at the end of his term, President Biden is still making the decision on who will replace him. During a meeting in the Oval Office today, Biden once again expressed his intentions on the decision.
The Constitution says advise and consent, advice and consent. And I'm serious when I say it, because I want the advice of the Senate as well as the consent we can arrive on who the nominee should be.
Wisconsin Republicans want to make it harder for criminal defendants to get out on bail. This move comes after 6 people were killed during the Waukesha Christmas parade in November. The state constitution states that court officials can set bail only to assure that a defendant appears in court. But the GOP-backed amendment would change all of that, at least to consider if the defendant poses a threat. This will have to be passed by a statewide referendum. Wisconsin Republicans are also working to fast-track a package of election bills. These bills would clamp down on who can obtain absentee ballots, among other things. The measures are part of a nationwide effort by Republicans to reshape elections following President Joe Biden's win over Donald Trump in 2020. Some expect Governor Evers to veto these bills, however. Actor Willem Dafoe gave his hometown of Appleton, Wisconsin a shout out on Saturday Night Live this weekend. However, some people are saying his performance just showed how long he's been away from his Midwestern roots. Valerie Juarez has the story.
I can still speak Wisconsin.
In his SNL monologue, Dafoe showing the audience he still has his Wisconsin accent.
Hey, you guys, let's go down to Crambo's and get a drink from the bubbler.
You still got it! And while his line made those in the audience laugh, according to some locals, his Wisconsin accent wasn't necessarily portrayed accurately.
The accents were really bad.
And while many can agree that many Wisconsinites don't really sound like that, there's one thing for sure. He got the lingo correct.
Oh yeah, the best part about his was mentioning the bubbler. That is a very true Wisconsin, Appleton, anywhere throughout the state thing to say, so the bubbler piece was funny.
Coming up next, Pfizer is looking to make the vaccine available for younger Americans. We'll share what they're doing. That's after Maine Weather with Jeff, right here on Newswatch 12.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
I think there are a lot of benefits to schooling our children from home. We get to spend a lot of time with them, and there are eureka moments like seeing them walk for the first time, or they figure something out and they're so excited about it.
The RVA really does work with each family to individualize each child's education to help them really succeed.
This is like the best thing in Wisconsin in terms of school.
For us, the RVA was our first and best choice of schools to choose.
We love the RVA.
There's no telling what's in store with Wisconsin Lottery scratch games. It's Candy Blast, the sweet new $3 game that's chock full of fun. Use your symbols to match and reveal an entire game. Win up to $30,000. Instant scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery. Odds are you'll like them.
At US Cellular, we're local, so we're on the ground every day, working to make sure our 5G network isn't impacted by the local weather.
Now you can get the most out of our 5G network with unlimited data for just $30 a month. Plus, choose any phone from any brand for free. That's right, free, including all 5G phones.
Because we believe you should get more of the latest 5G technology for less of your hard-earned money. All year round.
US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless.
What are you doing? Dude, I'm so excited. I just can't wait for summer.
Can't wait to get on the water? Then get to the biggest and best boat show only at American Marina Motorsports in Shawano. Lowest prices guaranteed. We're matching deposits up to $1,000 and pick from the most boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else. Don't get left out in the cold. Get to the American Marine Boat Show, February 24th through 27th, Shawano.
Well, temperatures before noon today were generally in the 30s, but then the front came through. The wind shifted out of the west. We had a couple wind gusts near 40 miles per hour, and the sun came out for a while as the colder air is moving in right now. And we have really cold air to get through tonight and tomorrow and Thursday and Friday as well. But look at these highs today. 33 here in Rhinelander, also for parts of Tomahawk, 30 in Manchwich Water, so it's comfortable. Even a couple low 40s across central Wisconsin, but that is now over. We have much colder air flooding in. The average high is 23, the average low is 3, the record low being 38 below back in 1996, and the sun set earlier at 5:04. Okay, so going forward, out there now, no more 30s for you. It's 17 in Rhinelander, 23 for Point, 16 for Diamond Lake. So it's getting colder quickly with that really gusty west wind. So we have the wind and we have the colder temperatures. That's going to give us that feel-like temperature again. Back in familiar territory tonight, most likely near 20 below by tomorrow morning, with air temperatures near 4 or 5 below actual air temperatures later on tonight. All right, but going forward, we're not going to improve much tomorrow. Again, a cold day, right? 9 tomorrow, 7 for Thursday, 10 Friday, 19 Saturday. Overall, though, the trend here is below average in temperatures, but there are a couple of signs now. For those of you who want some warmer temperatures without moving, we could maybe see some upper 20s by the middle of February. We'll see. That's still some ways away, right? Looking outside right now, we have lots of cloud cover earlier, but then some breaks of sunshine, but then the sun sets, and now we have areas of clear skies across north central Wisconsin right now, but that will likely fill in again tonight as there is a big storm just to our south, and there's some really cold air right here. Between the two, the clouds will fill back in this evening, and we are in for a partly cloudy skies tonight. But the actual menaces here is this low right there. That's going to ride up this front and bring snow to portions of central Illinois, into Indiana, into Michigan and Ohio, but it's missing us by about 500 miles or so. If you're traveling that way, likely air travel delays across the Midwest. But for us, not much snow in our forecast anytime soon. But look at all this across parts of Illinois into Michigan. We're talking a foot plus of snow there. For us, though, not so much. Maybe a dusting of snow on Friday, another dusting of snow on Sunday. So we're not going to add much to our snowpack, and lots of reports today coming in that the trails are getting a bit beat up out there. We could use some snow, and there's not a lot of snow in the forecast right now. Our forecast, though, tonight, though, is lots of cloud cover and windy tonight. That northwest wind's going to gust near 30, kind of rattling your windows, with air temperatures settling down near 4 below, but feel like temperatures approaching 25 below by tomorrow morning. For tomorrow, it's Wednesday already. High temperatures struggling to get out of the single digits. Lots of cloud cover on as well, and breezy with feel like temperatures below 0 all day long. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress shows single-digit high temperatures tomorrow. Also for Thursday, maybe 10 on Friday. There's that chance for some light snow on Friday. It won't be a big deal. We're talking a dusting to less than an inch. Saturday, teens, partly cloudy skies. Our next chance for snow gets in here on Sunday. But again, both of these are less than an inch or less of snow. There's no big snow in our forecast anytime soon. Nate.
Thank you, Jeff. Parents are moving closer to some good news. The COVID vaccine may soon get approved for children as young as 6 months old. Mary Maloney was in Washington, and she has the latest on Pfizer's efforts to end the pandemic.
The light at the end of the COVID tunnel could be getting brighter for the millions of parents of young children in the United States.
These are the kids who are the most difficult to mask, who suffer the most from being isolated, but who are still at risk of COVID.
Pfizer is expected to seek emergency use authorization from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration for a 2-dose COVID-19 vaccine regimen for children ages 6 months up to 5 years as early as Tuesday, according to a person familiar with the company's plan. Dr. Paul Offit, who has been serving as a member of the FDA Vaccine Advisory Committee, says he anticipates they will look at the data on February 15th.
We want to make sure that this vaccine is safe, that there's robust data that it's safe, that there's robust data that it's effective and consistently immunogenic.
This comes following a December announcement from the drug maker that 2 child-sized doses of the vaccine did not provide the expected immunity in 2 to 5-year-olds, and that it was extending the trial to add a 3rd shot.
2 doses could do that. Getting 2 doses into a child can provide baseline immunity that protects them from severe disease, from hospitalization.
Gottlieb says if the 2-dose regimen is submitted, authorization from the FDA could be granted and shots delivered to the tiniest arms by early March.
Getting those vaccines in arms is a critical part of helping both to prevent COVID among little kids and helping to move us all a little bit closer back to normal.
In Washington, I'm Mary Maloney.
A Badger alumni is heading to the Winter Olympics this week. We'll talk about the achievement that she's made. We'll have those details after the break.
With 4 strips of crispy bacon and rich melty cheese and 2 juicy charbroiled patties. Of course, no meeting can compete with this meat. Give in to the new Double Bacon Beast Burger at Hardee's and feed your happy.
Weather can be weathered,
with technology there to help you in a Ford Escape. Winter roads can be tough. Bronco Sport, tougher. And Explorer can take the bite out of chilly mornings. Ford, winter like you mean it. Hurry in to get a great offer on a weather-ready Ford SUV. Visit your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers today.
Whether you slip and fall or you're injured during the game, you can count on Bone and Joint walk-in care. Avoid crowded waiting areas and the high cost of emergency rooms. Instead, be seen promptly by an orthopedic provider at a fraction of the cost. Bone and Joint's skilled team can diagnose and treat sprains, strains, and fractures without an appointment. With 3 convenient locations, we'll help you get back to the things you enjoy.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let BCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective BCI Bath & Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month or no interest, no payments for 18 months. For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off.
1-800-908-7527. That's 1-800-908-7527.
Factory trained and certified installers made in the USA, and discounts for seniors and military. BCI Bath & Shower, the leader in affordable bathroom products.
With crispy bacon and fluffy eggs and melty cheese. Whoa. Beast mode doesn't have to stop for breakfast. Give in to the new Bacon Beast breakfast menu at Hardee's and feed your happy.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
One star to follow this Olympic Games is set to become the first Native American woman to play hockey for Team USA. Plus, she's a former Wisconsin Badger. Her road to the Olympics is rather unique, having to play with boys and almost no other minorities on the ice. Take a look.
It's made me who I am today, playing with the guys and having to be tough and not let things get to you. Have to always be proving people wrong because people don't think you're tough enough to play with the boys or good enough to play with the boys until they really see it.
She does have a chip. She's always had it. Even in boys hockey, she had a little edge to her. She stood up for herself, and biggest challenge was just trying to find a place for her to change a lot of these rinks. No one had women's locker rooms. She was in closets.
When you're younger, especially back in the day, I would look at players and I would think, I want to be in the NHL. But there wasn't an NHL for girls like me, especially at the time. And I was sitting there, I was like, well, what else can I do? And then all of a sudden you see these amazing U.S. hockey players on the Olympic stage doing their thing. And I'm like, yeah, that's my dream. That's the highest you can go in hockey, and that's the team I want to be on. My dad was a hockey coach growing up. My mom wanted me to be in figure skates. I hated them. So I basically forced my way out of the figure skates and into hockey skates because I just wanted to be like my dad and like his players.
She was generally interested in everything from the equipment to how the guys dressed, what sticks they used, and all the little things they would do with pucks on the ice. And so it was great to have her around.
For him, it was all about having fun. He was never trying to make me the best hockey player in the world. I think he just knew I loved it and wanted me to be exposed to it, and built the ice rink so I could have fun with my friends. And I think that's where a lot of my skill and my talent really comes from, is just all those years having fun in the backyard. I've definitely had an unconventional journey to get to this team. Growing up as an Indigenous person, it wasn't really that rare to see other hockey players playing who had Indigenous roots. And then I got to college, and I think that's where it really clicked for me that you're different than the rest of the people.
It's a challenge for a lot of Indigenous kids to get off the reserve or off the band and move away and fit in. But, Abby obviously was real lucky that she grew up with a lot of kids like that in her town.
I want to help to diversify hockey as a sport, because it really is a very white sport, and we want to change that. Making the sport more diverse is just trying to make it more accessible, first of all, but also just gaining more visibility that you can make it. I think looking at this roster as a young kid, you didn't see anybody who wasn't a white hockey player. For me, that goes a long way, seeing somebody like you doing it, being at the top of the game and knowing that you can make it that far and that hockey is a sport that includes you. If one little girl says, I want to play hockey because she's playing hockey, I think that would mean the world to me. Just changing one person's trajectory and letting them know that there is a place for them in hockey and letting hockey do its thing, because hockey really is one of the greatest things that's ever happened to me.
The other night I was watching something and I kind of had tears in my eyes just thinking about it a little bit. I have an Olympian daughter, you know, and now she's going to go to the Olympics and try to win a gold medal. And she wrote a letter to herself in grade 6 that she was going to play at Wisconsin. She was going to play in the Olympic team. And, you know, the only thing she hasn't done yet is get the Mustang, she said in the letter she's getting. So, I mean, she's a focused kid.
It's just really special to be able to represent your country on truly the biggest stage there is.
This isn't a one-time thing for Abby. I think she wants to play now, and she wants to play in 4 years. I think Abby wants to play for a long time. She loves it.
I wouldn't want to play hockey unless it was the most fun thing in the world, and it really is for me.
Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio has designed beautiful and functional kitchens and baths in the Northwoods. When helping plan your dream kitchen or bath with in-home consultation available, they provide 3D drawings of your spaces to bring your visions to life. Owner and designer Sarah has over 25 years of experience, overseen 500 plus projects, and built strong relationships with local contractors providing superior installation. Whether it's a new home or a remodel, Creative Kitchen and Bath Studio in Eagle River looks forward to making your dream kitchen or bath a reality.
Hi, I'm Dennis from Irma. I've had excruciating pain in my lower back and neck. And I contacted Dr. Scherer. We went over the situation together. And after a series of treatments, my pain is gone. So I feel that it was complete and successful.
Are you suffering with back or neck pain and considering the possibility of surgery? At the Spinal Aid Center of Wausau, we incorporate the latest technologies, including high-intensity laser therapy that provides the highest success rates in helping people just like you avoid back and neck surgery. With our treatments, there are no drugs and no surgery, just relief. Call today for a free spinal disc severity consultation and see if our treatments are right for you. Call 715-203-4392 or visit us at spinalaid.com. Start living your life pain-free.
Oh! Not where this was going. Ew!
All right, don't say.
Not even close.
Ew.
You can't let these sorts of things become personal.
Sorry that I'm not some British robot.
I wish I was a robot.
C-3PO. That would be your name.
I hate that that's good.
Help me, Wyatt. Why you just there? Don't touch me!
Hi, I'm Brian from Creative Granite. When I need the forecast from Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Largest winter lake race in Wisconsin, home of the fastest and largest bikini run fundraiser in the world. Make plans now to attend the 2022 Hillers Radar Run on February 4th and 5th.
Weather Watch 12 with Devin Biggs, 5 to 7 a.m.
Jeff, I gotta be honest. I am terrified of snakes.
You are?
Big, small, venomous or not. Can't stand them, but apparently they have their own day. It is National Serpent Day, and apparently there are about 3,000 different types of snakes around the world, but only an eighth of those are actually venomous. So even though I hate them, they scare me, they're usually pretty harmless. I
actually find snakes very interesting. Yeah, especially I feel bad with my yard. I have lots of snakes in the summertime, and I accidentally run them over with the lawnmower. I don't do it on purpose, and I feel bad. I mean, they're just garden snakes, but they help the environment. Snakes are good for your yard.
I'm not denying that. I just personally want nothing to do with it.
Well, they're not outside right now because it's cold. They're all hiding. We have temperatures in the teens. It's falling off rather quickly. We're going to have lows tonight down near 4 below 0, so back in familiar territory. In fact, I just pressed the remote start button on my car for dinner. It's warming up right now. Please don't steal it. We do have lots of clear skies out there currently, but we will get a few more clouds across the area tonight. And then tomorrow, we're going to hold high temperatures. Most of us in the single digits. Same thing for Thursday. And maybe, just maybe 10 degrees with snow flurries on Friday.
Well, there we go. And you know what? You're lucky because I got to do it the old-fashioned way. I got to walk out there, start it manually. It's a whole big
so
process.
So much work.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.